Smackdown, Smackdown, Smackdown. Tonight, what are we gonna have here? Is it better than Monday Night Raw? Hell yeah, it was better than Monday Night Raw. After what I saw last night, and from better, as in, I would say it was a good show. I'll give it that. It had its bits and parts. From Raw and Bullet Club outside of the arena last night. That was like a DX invasion. They did back then on Nitro. Let's just get to Monday Night Raw Monday Night Raw, but SmackDown as a from Glendale, California, I believe, or was it Glendale, Arizona? Oh, I think it's still in Cali. They're in Cali for a minute now. But Kevin Owens came out first. He said he's heard from Shane McMahon. He wants to take action. But where is Shane McMahon? Pretty much. He called him a coward and everything. Well, calling Kevin Owens a coward for not being on SmackDown, really, but the opportunity is now. So where is Shane McMahon? He called him a coward, but he says, he's a smart man, and he said he respects Vince McMahon. He likes Vince McMahon, he says, even though he still took him out. But Shane can only imagine as somebody that he doesn't like, and the person that he most doesn't like. Another one is Sami Zayn. He came out, and he pretty much told Kevin Owens what was wrong with him. And he says, I'm not here to fight. He wanted to talk that he's lost control and that he headbutted Vince. And, I know you better than anyone. And anytime in the past you snapped, it doesn't go well for anybody. But Sami Zayn pretty much went on to say, talk about the whole thing with Shane McMahon. And you're about to cross a line you never crossed before. And crossing it isn't just about your career, it's about your life and your family. And you need to get it together before it's too late. But Owens pretty much told Sami Zayn, he's cool. He hasn't snapped, and he's now here. It's not about Vince, but he's been jealous of him outdoing him for the past 15 years in his career. And he says, he signed to WWE 2.5 years after, before Sami Zayn, because he was already signed, and he has accomplished more than Sami has done since he's got here. He has been a 2-time Intercontinental Champion, Universal Champion, and a U.S. Champion at won a U.S. title at WrestleMania. Well, Sami, you've been watching from the back, so he's accomplished more. And Sami, what have you done in your life or even your career and everything that I've done? Because I had but Vince McMahon and everything. Sami pretty much admitted, like, Kevin, you have accomplished more than me and the WWE, but you've always took shortcuts and cheap shots to get to where you are. You've won championships, you have accolades and everything, but when I look in the mirror, I'm not a giant piece of trash looking back at myself. And when my day comes, when it's his time to get his win, his big victory, he's not gonna do it the cheap shotter way. He's gonna do his the right way. He said he's gonna do things correctly. But pretty much both men were about to fight then, until Daniel Bryan came out. And since this is a feud, looks like, I feel it never ends sometime, but they always put on really great matches between each other. Daniel Bryan said it would be one-on-one Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens tonight. So it was a good way to kick off the show. Sami getting us a good promo win. Hopefully Sami Zayn goes somewhere, because he's been wasted on both Raw and SmackDown and buried at a point. So this was actually good. Sami cut a good face promo on here and talked about Kevin Owens always taking cheap shots to get to the main event. But with this match happening, will Shane McMahon show up later in the show? Baron Corbin came out with some type of, more new music to an upgrade. I don't know. I don't know even why they changed this theme. He went against Ty Dillinger, but AJ Styles came out on commentary. I swear most of these matches are done through that commercial side-by-side screen sometime. But when it kind of got near the end, Baron Corbin was outside the ring. He tossed the drink into AJ Styles' face. AJ got up, but he threw Ty Dillinger into him. Pretty much both men were down. That the match ended in countout then. Baron Corbin got the win and got out of the ring then. But as AJ Styles came in to go after him, he pretty much says, Corbin says, I challenge you, Al, and so I'm going to take your title. And I don't know, here's the thing, I gotta agree now, they really doing much with AJ AJ Styles when you look at it, as he's been U.S. champion. Because, like, I know they got Corbin and Dillinger, I guess, now going for the title, which I feel like will end up in a triple threat. But for this, for an open challenge, it ought to be an open challenge every week, kind of like what Cena was doing. Not this very somewhat boring feud, because Corbin, I don't even know why he's part. I'm surprised Corbin's even doing anything right now, or what's happening to him. Ty Dillinger is good, but he's been wasted for so long. Like, you forget he's there for some time with Ty Dillinger. And I feel like AJ Styles could be facing someone better than these two for the U.S. Championship. Jinder Mahal came out to cut another god-awful promo and talked about maybe I'd gone a little too far making fun of Shinsuke. And once again, this is another thing where the crowd sits on their hands. There were boos. Yes, there were boos. But once again, it feels like a lot of people were sitting on their hands for this promo. So he came out, he tried to make fun of Nakamura again. He says, yeah, I'm going to compliment you. I'm not going to make fun of you this time, he said. So Jinder and the Singh brothers mostly laugh uncontrollably, and this is his serious face. This is this face. You're a worthy opponent. But he said this is what happens when you lose at Hell in a Cell. But as the last photo came up, it wasn't a still photo. Nakamura chance it happened, and he was moving his hands, and pretty much now I see you, pretty much as he sees him, and now he was going to get Jinder Mahal, and he is here tonight on Smackdown. Nakamura's music hit. The Singh brothers tried to attack him as he danced his way down to the ring. Jinder tried to attack Nakamura as he beat up the Singh brothers, but Nakamura pretty much beat all of them up and hit him with the Kinshasa and then his dance. But I don't know, this whole feud sucks, okay? It's very bad. Jinder's horrible, cuts another god-awful promo. Like I said before, the match with Kevin Owens, the feud with Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon is definitely way more important than the WWE Championship right now. And I have to agree with somebody said, for a guy, I know that he's been making all these promos about him, which is just already bad anyways, and that some people think that Shinsuke not showing enough anger, because they're going to keep making show promos, and Nakamura should have just came out and kicked the living shit out of all of them instead of danced his way down, and he should be more pissed and angry, because the brawl was okay at best, but it wasn't really going anywhere. But this feud is just very bad. It really is. Jinder sucks as the champion. I feel like they're just doing more horrible on Nakamura. Hopefully he takes the belt at Hell in a Cell, because they need to end this now. The Hype Bros went against the Usos. I feel Mojo botching the rocket launcher finish they were going to do, but and Zack Ryder fell to the ground, and Usos did a super kick and a splash on Mojo. And then I already knew they was out there pretty much in the crowd eating popcorn, and Usos got tired of the New Day talking trash and stuff, and it was a bunch of the chumps. But Big E pulled a microphone out of the popcorn and said, you know what? You don't got to talk about trash since you lost your championships. So you know what? We will defend our WWE Tag Team Championships and Hell in a Cell for the Tag Team titles. So I don't have a problem with that, because the Usos and the New Day keep putting on great tag team matches. Hell in a Cell, let's see where that goes. We've done street fights, we've done regular matches from SummerSlam and Battleground, and let's see how this goes in Hell in a Cell. So I have no problem with that. I like the idea. But how long will this feud last? Because who better tag teams do you have? And weren't the Hype Bros supposed to do something drastic? They didn't do shit. Unless one of them's going to turn heel on each other, since Mojo took the pin. So where does that go on from here? Because they didn't do anything drastic. Where's the drastic measures? Aiden English was in the ring to master of ceremonies as he was ready to sing with the mayor of Pula, Bulgaria, as they were going to sing the national anthem to Bulgaria. Rusev came out as English sang, and that September 26th is Rusev Day. They gave him a key declaring this. Rusev pretty much talked on the mic, talking about which is odd. Why are we giving this guy a celebration if he beat Randy Orton some odd episode of SmackDown in 11 seconds? I don't know. But he says he witnessed the law of the jungle. Orton was once an apex predator. Now he is just prey. And he was once a legend killer too, but he's killed the legend. English once again is getting ready to sing for Rusev Day in honor of this. Next thing you know, Orton hits an RKO on English. Orton hits an RKO on Rusev. Orton just pretty much then went to Renee Young and told him that, whenever Rusev wakes up, tell him Hell in a Cell, I'll see him there. And happy Rusev Day. So, this was kind of silly in a way. But then again, I don't know where both of these guys are going. English, I don't even know if they're giving him a push or not. Rusev, it's hard to take this guy serious right now. Orton's usually born, but the RKOs do get reactions a lot and overreactions, so people do love the RKO. Charlotte went against Carmella. James Ellsworth was tied on a leash onto the turnbuckle, which this match was okay. I guess it was supposed to, just get Charlotte over in the match, or I guess treat Carmella as a threat. She had a lot of offense in, even on the commercial time of the show. Ooh, excuse me. Charlotte, I got the win with the big boot, which she does that a lot now. I think her big boot may be her finisher in a way. She beat Carmella. Natalya came out and cut a promo in, talking about that Ric Flair was glad that Ric Flair is okay, because she's going to lose at Hell in a Cell for the title. So I don't know where this is going with this feud. We all know it's going to be Charlotte versus Natalya at Hell in a Cell, and hopefully they don't keep using the whole Flair and Hart thing, because it's like, I swear they did this last year when they did this whole Flair. And by the way, I was at Payback last year anyways, when they had Charlotte and Flair out there, and Bret Hart and Natalya was out. That was there when Bret was there last year. So they keep putting it up into that. So are we going to keep doing the Hart versus Flair thing, because he did this not long ago. Next thing you know, which we all know wasn't him, and we know he didn't show up, the Undertaker's music hit, as it was just Dolph Ziggler. I don't even think a lot of people even believed it was Undertaker, because I would have thought that would be a bigger reaction if it was Undertaker. And it says, it was obvious from the start, and people did chant, "You suck." At least some people booed, even though a lot of them were sitting on their hands. And you people thought you'd get to see the Undertaker twice in 1 year? Come on, anybody can put on a Halloween costume and be a zombie, but they can't do it like I do in the ring, because you people don't care, yada yada, same old promo. Next thing you know, which I expect to happen after 2 weeks, Bobby Roode is back on Smackdown, saying Ziggler, talked about Ziggler then, since he had his glorious entrance, and Ziggler, this is a credit, it's an example, elaborate entrance, streamers, all this stuff. But Roode told Ziggler he doesn't care, Ziggler doesn't care for the crowd, but he called Ziggler a hypocrite, and he says, you know what, I'm going to see you at Hell in a Cell, and it will be glorious, as Ziggler pretty much start checking out boxes from elaborate robes, entrances, everything, and it Hell in a Cell goes to rest in peace, and like I said, Roode, he said it will be glorious, as people said glory. So the glorious gimmick is over as usual. So yeah, we kind of knew this would become a match. 9 times out of 10, Bobby Roode would beat Dolph Ziggler at Hell in a Cell, because I don't know how long these promos we're going to keep going with Ziggler, which is just go away heat at one point. But this was good, and it got set up Roode versus Ziggler at Hell in a Cell. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn was going to come to Daniel Bryan saying that I need to take Kevin Owens on my own. Shane is coming, but I have to do this. I have to prove it. Shane gets his in 2 weeks. I get mine now, tonight. He's gotta get it. But if Sami Zayn went against Kevin Owens, they pretty much beat the living hell in each other as usual, with the brawl, throwing each other all over the place. Sammy kept trying to come at him, but he got super kicked, and he went for another haluva kick. He had super kicked as Kevin tried to pop up power bomb, but he knocked Kevin down to the ground then with a was it DDT? And as they were out of the ring, then pretty much going on the outside, after he hit the blue thunder bomb and knocked him to the floor, Sammy was about to do his DDT thing through the ropes, but once again Kevin Owens super kicked him and he powerbombed him on the apron. That the ref had to stop it because Sammy was hurt. And as they helped Sammy, tried to help him, Kevin Owens just sat in a daze on the announce table, looking and looking and looking until he pretty much went back and beat up Sami Zayn again. He got a chair, was gonna put it around his neck, and was gonna slam into the turnbuckle like he did to Chris Jericho if he would try to stop him. Shane McMahon's music hit. Kevin Owens just sprinted, and I saw they bleeped this out, but he says, "Come on, motherfucker!" And as Shane McMahon ran to the ring, he threw Sami Zayn into Shane with the chair in his neck still, knocking Shane to the ground. He fell off, ran into the crowd, and he pretty much blew him a kiss then near the end as he looked on at Shane McMahon then. So this was actually a really great ending to the show. I enjoyed it. Sammy did what he could to get his offense in. We knew Shane McMahon was coming out, the inevitable, but Kevin Owens, once again, great heel out there work, so no problem with that. So it was actually really good. So I did like the ending. It still sets up more for this, as I believe how it sells like a little bit more, because they've done, like I said, they've really done nothing with Sami Zayn ever since he's moved to Smackdown. Really, it really hasn't. Oh no. Okay, but like I said, pretty much gone on from there. But you know, it was a good episode of SmackDown. Like I said, good episode of SmackDown. I thought it was better than Raw last night. So you can tell from there, SmackDown was a bit more of a better, decent episode. Probably the only thing that holds it back is the horrible, god-awful Jinder Mahal promos, which kind of kills a lot of the show. I thought the beginning was good. As we know, we continue that feud. AJ, I feel like they need to go somewhere with this, because this whole Corbin versus him in Hell in a Cell is just, ugh. I don't know if AJ will have a great match with him in that, because come on, Nakamura and Corbin couldn't even really have a good match with each other. And we saw how that went. The Fashion Files, I guess, return next week. I forgot they were on there. Once again, when did Breezango gonna wrestle a match? When will the Hype Bros go heel? Because they didn't show anything drastic tonight, or one's gonna turn the other. And the Usos versus New Day, Hell in a Cell, I got no problem with that, because they just put on great fucking matches all the time. But then again, where do they go? If one beats the other, where do they move on the next few? Who's left in the tag team division? Because if Hype Bro, one turns on the other, who do you have left? Breezango just does Fashion Files that are coming next week. The only people I can think of right now, which we don't see but only once every other week, is Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable. So it's really not a lot of tag teams. Ascension's is dead in the water. So I don't know where you go on from with these teams. But I am out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. And check out my reviews for No Mercy and Raw and SmackDown.